Turner México, para quien les pido un gran aplauso.
Hola a todos, mil gracias por estar con nosotros, siempre es un honor contar con la presencia de ustedes. Mil gracias por el favor que nos hacen acompañarnos esta mañana. Estamos muy contentos en Turner con el canal Space, ha tenido un desempeño fenomenal. Este año ha sido un año récord. Tan solo este mes estamos estrenando 3 series. En esta oportunidad nos concentraremos un poquito en Sue, pero igualmente hemos lanzado Mr. Robot y Timeless. Entonces, mil gracias por estar aquí. Space al momento tiene ya por el orden de 59 millones de suscriptores en Latinoamérica, 15 millones para México. Es un canal con una distribución muy sustancial y uno de los canales que están en el top 3, top 5 en términos de ratings. Es un canal que ustedes se pudieron dar cuenta y imagino en alguna oportunidad lo habrán visto también en la televisión. Es un canal que cuenta también con su versión de alta definición HD. Es un canal que tiene igualmente una mezcla interesante de contenidos, todos de alta energía, de adrenalina. Contamos con las peleas de box. Los invitamos justamente para este próximo sábado 21. Tenemos la pelea del Canelo Álvarez contra Cotto, el puertorriqueño. La tenemos en vivo. Space es una joya para nosotros, igual que lo es TNT. Somos muy afortunados de contar con el talento de la serie Sue, que ahora nos acompaña. Ustedes vieron el primer episodio, creo que se han llevado ya, tienen ya una buena idea de lo que significa esta serie. Y sin más, procedemos a la presentación del talento que hoy nos acompaña. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Luis. Y bueno, es un honor para nosotros también contar con la presencia esta mañana de la guapa Kristen Connolly, a quien probablemente ustedes ubican por su trabajo en Jaurini o House of Cards, quien acabamos de ver ahorita protagonizando Sue. También está con nosotros Billy Burke. Y por supuesto, no podemos olvidar del carismático Nonso Arosi, a quien también probablemente ubiquen por alguna de sus apariciones en Game of Thrones, que acabamos de ver también en el primer episodio de Sue. Así que
Este lado, por favor.
Vamos, please.
Center, please.
Vamos, time.
Center, please. Thank you.
listo, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, Kristen, Billy, Nonso. Pues bueno, me gustaría primero que nos platicaran un poco acerca de Sue, la historia y la participación de cada uno dentro de esta espectacular serie.
Okay. Zoo is a TV show about a worldwide event in which animals start to attack human beings all over the world. I play Abraham Kenyatta, who is a safari guide and best friends with Jackson Oz, played by James Walker, who unfortunately can't be here today. But we noticed that there are a lot of animal attacks going on all over the Botswana Delta. And basically, we start to investigate, and then a secret government agency throws us all together, and to find out exactly what's going on with the animals, and to find out how we can put an end to it.
Kristen, ¿nos quieres platicar un poco de tu personaje? Como vemos que es un periodista que está tratando de analizar exactamente qué es lo que ha provocado este fenómeno global.
Yes, I play a journalist named Jamie Campbell who, am I speaking too loudly? Okay. It's loud in my ear. I am sort of investigating a similar story. There have been other animal attacks, but I start out in Los Angeles, and so I sort of have a theory about what might be causing the attacks, and it's sort of a personal vendetta, I guess, in a way. But so I enlist Mitch Morgan to help me investigate these animal attacks and try and figure out why they're happening. Yeah, that's where we start.
That is correct.
Y Viri también es un gran thriller el que podemos disfrutar, pero que al mismo tiempo nos plantea la relación que tenemos con los animales y nuestro lugar como seres humanos en el planeta.
Yeah, that's one of the more fun parts of the show for us to watch as well as we make the show and watch it unfold. It's fun to see whether or not this is loud, isn't it? Whether or not the audience at the end of each episode will be rooting for the human beings or be rooting for the animals, because yeah, we've been kicking their asses so long that it's about time they turned it around on us.
Los compañeros, no sé si quisieran hacer una pregunta.
Muchas gracias, Raúl Ortiz de la revista Cine Más, aquí abajito de este ladito. Pues primero que nada, bienvenidos a México. Acabamos de ver el capítulo y bueno, pues nos hemos llevado un grato sabor de boca, y mi pregunta sería, cada uno como actor, ¿qué es lo que le aporta a su personaje para esta serie?
I think, for me, I think the creators of the series were very careful to bring different characters and different character types to the show, to bring different elements. You have a news reporter, you have a zoologist, a safari guide, and somebody who's an animal expert. And I think us as actors, especially, I can speak for myself, I think I kind of bring a kind of likable quality to Abraham. I think he's I think he's a likable guy, and someone who has some common sense, and he's able to keep a bit of a cool head in a cool situation. And I think the different personalities and characteristics that come from the group of the leading 5 actors help to. I think there's a little bit of something in every character for every different type of person that's going to be watching the show.
Go.
They also, the writers gave all of us sort of a backstory that comes out slowly over the course of the series, and that's been something that's been really fun to play around with and to sort of discover more about the character as you go. And you know, we were sort of doing that along with the audience, so that's been a really fun part of it.
Yeah, we got really lucky as actors on this show, because a lot of times with a show like this, a genre show, the writers don't often explore the characters and their relationships and get in too deep with that. They're more concerned with the action and suspense. But in this case, as you'll see as the series unfolds, you really get into the lives and relationships of these characters. And for me personally, it's not very often I get to play the smart guy. And that's what's been great for me.
Siguiente pregunta por acá.
Hola, ¿qué, a diferencia de, por ejemplo, House of Cards o Game of Thrones, las locaciones, dónde están rodando, cuánto es de tecnología cuánto sí es environment, el ambiente, básicamente.
Well, we finished shooting this series of Zoo earlier this year, and I can tell you, with my experience on other productions, this matches up to anything I've ever done in terms of the locations that New Orleans offered. We shot in New Orleans in the United States this year, and it offers various different types of terrain, different types of buildings and areas that can double for the places that we travel to in the TV show. So in one series we've been in Washington DC, in New York, in Japan, Africa, Zimbabwe and Kenya, and it's just so many places we travel to, but they do such a good job on doubling these places with the locations that you really believe that we've gone to these places,
Yeah, really, we were just shooting all of it in New Orleans and, sort of faking it, and but doing a really wonderful job. I mean, we had a great crew that really sort of created the feeling of these other places.
It's a real testament to the art department on that as well. I mean, they do a lot afterwards to enhance what we've already shot on film. And I think what maybe you were trying to touch on as well is the animals, the technology of the animals and how that's done. And we use real animals on everything. Every time you see an animal on the show, we worked with that animal. And we got what we could out of the performance of that particular animal or animals, and then whatever didn't come through, they'll add later with the special effects.
Siguiente pregunta, por favor.
1, 2, 3, ahí, ¿qué tal? Javier Merino del portal caras.com.mx. Siendo una serie de animales, ¿con qué animales se identificaron ustedes? ¿O cuál les gustaría hacer?
You know what, it's so funny that we've been talking about this show for a long time, but that's the most common question that comes up. I would say I identify with a lion because they sit around all day and wait for the food to be brought to them. And when they make a move, you know they've made a move.
I think I would like to be a ferret because a group of them is called a business, and I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
I don't know that we'll ever work with these on the show, but I really like bald eagles. I don't know why, I just do. They seem smart to me.
Hola, por acá atrás, Iván Castañeda de Milenio. Me gustaría saber cómo fue trabajar con los animales, y justo en esta semana se ha hablado mucho del derecho de los animales a partir de la noticia de que SeaWorld va a dejar de tener espectáculos en vivo con los animales. Me gustaría saber qué piensan acerca de eso y cómo fue ustedes trabajar con los animales dentro de la serie.
Well, I can say that every care was taken by the original producers of the show, CBS, to make sure that no harm has come to any animals during the production of the show. And in fact, I think the zoo as a show stands for, it basically promotes the idea that we are mistreating animals in the real world and presents an option of almost a parallel world in which animals could seek revenge for what we've been doing in the real world. And I think Zoo stands on the side of all of those animal rights activists that say that we shouldn't exploit animals.
Yeah, if one of the byproducts of this show is to start a dialogue or discussion about that subject, it makes us all just that much more proud to be on it. And speaking of how the animals are treated on our show, they're treated better than we are.
Siguiente pregunta.
Hello, Wilson from Metro Brazil. I'd like to know if you guys have pets, because everything okay with them?
I do have a couple of pets at home. They're not really mine. I have a 7-year-old daughter. She has a couple of pets. One is a cat that has a lot of hair. The other one is brand new. It's a very tiny Pomeranian dog. I'm fine with it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's okay.
Yeah, I have a small dog. She usually is with my parents, who also have two small dogs when I'm working. She doesn't travel well. But yeah, they're great. They sleep in the bed with me, and I sleep terribly in the corner, like pinned, and yeah, they're fantastic.
I don't have any pets. I had a little pet hamster growing up, but I don't have any pets now. But one I ate it. No, I didn't joke. No, I'm joking. That's a joke. Yeah. But one thing this show will make you do, I think, as pet owners, will make you look at your pets very differently, and I think it will give you a newfound respect for animals.
Muy bien. Última pregunta, por favor.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Cristian Carmona, GSK, portal y revista de Efecto. Mi pregunta es la siguiente. ¿Cuál fue su experiencia personal con los animales salvajes en cada una de las escenas de acción que realizaron? Porque pues, obviamente son escenas realmente que requieren de un trabajo, de esta preparación. Entonces me gustaría saber cuál fue su experiencia personal con el trabajo con cada uno de estos animales salvajes. Muchas gracias.
Who wants to go first?
Well, as the safari guide, I don't know if it was the producers or if nobody else wanted to do it, but I definitely handled more animals than anyone else on the show. And I found it interesting, not being a pet owner or animal lover at heart. I find it very interesting to work with, close up with lions and bears. We would have, whenever we had a dangerous animal on set, we would have safety discussions and briefings in which we were told how to behave around the animal, whether to keep in groups or to speak when the animal is on set. There was a moment with, in one of the episodes, we meet a group of grizzly bears. And there's something about a 300-pound bear being 5 foot from you and looking you dead in the eyes. There's something, it reminds you of your own humanity. It reminds you how fragile you are.
I mean, a lot of the time where you see us, up close to a dangerous animal, it's not really happening. They'll shoot things separately so that everybody's safe, although that doesn't sound very safe about the bear. But for the most part, I think we had one scene with a leopard, but she was way across the room, so it never felt dangerous, but it is really very humbling to be sort of on set with these animals, because they're powerful and majestic, and it's really one of the beautiful things about this job.
And there are times that we got to be a little more hands-on with the baby serval, which doubled as a baby leopard. Looks just like one. But we actually did handle that animal very carefully, but it was, and I wasn't uncomfortable with it, although our friend James Wolfe, who's not here today, was very uncomfortable with it. And it was really just a kid movie.
It's terrifying.
Muy bien, pues chicos, un aplauso por favor, muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Un gran aplauso a Kristen Connolly, Norso, Ligor, Luis Bolio, y a partir de este lunes en punto de las 9:10 de la noche, no se pierdan de lunes a viernes va corrida la primera temporada, así que no se la pierdan y disfrútenla a través de Space.